What's up, guys and gals, and welcome to the Nerd Castle for the first episode of Styx, Master of Shadows by Cyanide Studios, and I would like to invite you to come sail away with me, or come dodge away with me, or come sneak away with me, as we slide around levels, stabbing people, shaking people, jumping into the shoes of an atypical goblin protagonist who is attempting to steal a super awesome treasure. Now, what he needs to do is steal himself some toe clippers, because that right there, that toenail, that's pretty brutal. If this guy comes sliding into home plate with the cleats up, it is gonna hurt like hell. He looks like he works for the telephone company, like he's climbing up telephone poles or something, climbing trees. He's all ready to do some sylvan lumberjacking. Gotta get all the way up there. He doesn't need that little winch thing that you use to climb trees. He just uses his toenail. This is a stealth game, and I don't typically do these on the Nerd Castle because I'm not good at them, but I've gotten enough requests lately to where I think that it might be a good idea to do a stealth game. A lot of people ask me to do Thief. A lot of people ask me to do Dishonored. I did it on the stream. I wasn't very good at it. I tend to brute force my way through things, and that's probably how this playthrough is going to go as well. It's a stealth RPG, and so I was hoping we'd have a little bit of fun with it along the way, so let's get started. There are a ton of cutscenes that we have to do at the beginning of this game. It's going to eat up a large chunk of the first episode. Nothing I could do about that, but it does give the context for the game. The game is set in kind of a cool game world that's a lot like Planescape Torment, or a lot like Arclash Legacy, where it's a fantasy world, but it's a very, very odd fantasy world. It's definitely swinging more towards the Alice in Wonderland, down the rabbit hole type of fantasy world versus the Tolkien-esque worlds that you would normally see. And so it's going to give us a loading screen right now, and once I deploy my ultimate plan of dispelling that loading screen by clicking, we will start the cutscenes.
The atrium of Akanash, a world shut inside another. This is what humans do when they don't understand a thing. They build walls around it. They put locks on the doors, and they put soldiers in front of those doors. The bigger the secret, the bigger the lock. And the craziest are those who want to pick it. May my ancestors forgive me. I'm one of those, to my misfortune. Ah, this noise. These voices. I can't stand it. Amber. That damn golden mud oozing from the heart of the world tree. A magma of sticky dreams. All the thoughts of those who wanted to taste the forbidden sap. Humans. Elves. All their private little chatters mixed up in this disgusting soup. A flood of ideas constantly flowing into my head for all these years. It took so long for me to find this place. With each step, I heard my voice a little less, and all the others a little more. I'm so tired. It's time to finish it, while I can still recognize my own thoughts. The heart of the tree. It's why I'm here. That, at least, I am sure is my own desire. Take possession of this source of infinite power, but also misfortune. It's time to move to the first phase of the plan. Drop your weapon. And it starts now.
All right, beast, wake up. Answer when Lord Barnum speaks to you.
Who are you? Speak!
My name is Styx.
There's a surprise. The elves give names to their monsters.
Where do you come from? I've never seen anything that looks like you.
I am one of a kind.
It's the elves who created it, Father, that's obvious. They pulled this runt out of their sticky larvae, and they sent it here to spy on us.
Speak! Is it the elves who sent you? Why are you here?
Elves. If you only knew. They don't need spies to find out what's going on in this accursed tower.
So, you're working for them. What did you come here for?
I came for the heart of the tree, of course.
I knew it. Those degenerates want to retake the tree and keep their precious amber for themselves. Father, we must bring them to heel while we still have time.
Enough, Aaron. I secured this alliance with the elves, and I intend to respect it. For the moment, we need the elves. You know it very well.
Rubbish.
Oh yes, you do need the elves. How many of you poor little humans died the last time you tried to extract amber by yourselves, huh? How many? Hundreds? Oh yes, you do need the elves. But they don't need you. How long do you think you can lock them up in their own world? The amber is theirs. The tree is theirs. The heart of the tree is theirs. And I intend to get my hands on it and take it away from here.
They're dying to get their tree back, eh? But they won't do a thing. We have an agreement.
An agreement? We don't sign agreements with people who have amber in their veins. You're out of your depth, Mr. Governor.
Oh, you've got some nerve. I'm sure you've never even seen the heart of the tree.
Oh, but I have seen it. Since I've been holed up in the bowels of the atrium, I can see it night and day, even in my dreams. And every day I say to myself, hey, Rakash, the heart of the tree is over there, almost within reach. And by your life, you're gonna find some way to steal it, because you're not leaving the tower without it. The heart of the tree, yeah. Oh, this headache. What? Where was I? Shit, my brain is an anvil. Yeah, the heart of the tree. What did I do with my dagger? I feel naked without my dagger. I gotta find it quick.
I feel the same way about my pants. You know, sometimes I forget to wear them outside, and I do feel tremendously naked. Pants, dagger, they're both fashion accessories. Neither one is required, neither one is needed, but you know what? If you have one, you might as well. The game controls just like you think it would. I'm going to do some light first impressions commentary along the way for the people that might be interested in purchasing the game. Our character has a lot of belt buckles on him. I'm noticing. This guy's like the belt buckle baron. Take it from somebody, I played in a heavy metal band for a long time, and I wore a lot of belt buckles, and they make a lot of clinky noises when you're walking around, so just saying, if I was a rogue, I wouldn't wear that many belt buckles. They're a liability. They rub on things, they make clinky noises, difficult to be silent with. We can press the C button, that's going to let us crouch. We can press F, that lets us roll. Press space, that lets us jump. And then later on, we're going to get a couple other activities that we can participate in too. But for right now, we're going to kick that bucket right there. And kick it we shall. There we go. The bucket has been kicked. We're 2 minutes into the first episode, and I've already kicked the bucket. This is going according to plan. We got to leap over this gap right here.
Should be able to climb up there.
And the climbing system works like it did in older Prince of Persia games, like for the PlayStation 2. It's nothing super sophisticated, like, well, it's not... How do I want to word this? It's not like... Assassin's Creed's climbing system is not complicated, it's just kind of elegant and simple. This game subscribes to a bit more of an old school platforming vibe where you jump at the corners of things and he should just grab onto them, like that right there. You can press E to drop from there, you can grab onto things and press space to jump back up, and then to drop down off the ledge, you're just going to have to do it old school style like that by tapping that way and then tapping back towards the ledge when you drop off, and there is going to be some trial and error as you get used to that system. These little hooky things right here can be climbed, and so climb up we shall, because Sans weapon, I don't know, I'm going to need something to make up for the fact that I am just naturally really, really bad at stealth games. I've always played a warrior. That's just who I am. I love playing warriors. I love being that plate mail guy that just doesn't have to care about tactics.
Did you see the dagger that Duncan found? I wonder where it comes from. It's not from here.
Yeah, well, don't get excited. We'll play for it with dice tonight. In the meantime, keep your hands off.
Okay. I'll wait till tonight.
At least now we know that our enemies are armed with enormous jawlines. Maybe they could use them as weapons if they were in a corner.
They must be talking about my dagger. It can't be far away.
Alright, and so using the vocal clues, we're going to sneak around, alright, across the planks right here.
Arr, walk the plank.
And we'll get this vial of life.
I should drink this flask. It would perk me up a little.
There is nothing I enjoy like a little bit of a perk me up, so let's go ahead and perk me up. Ew, that tasted vile. Oh, there's the punny joke. There it is. You knew it was coming. I've got to have at least 5 to 6 puns in the first episode of any series.
More climbing, I guess.
The climbing system in this game works a little bit differently from what you might expect. So, for example, you see how that... I mean, it works like you would expect it to, but at the same time, in a world where, you know, the new Lord of the Rings game just came out, you don't just press upwards and, like, climb up the wall all by your own, all by your lonesome, I suppose. You're going to press the W key and the A key, and I had to look at my hands because, I don't know, I'm bad at remembering things, but anyways, you kind of push the direction that you want to jump in, and then you press the space bar to execute the plan, and he'll just jump in between the spots. And so some people are going to prefer that. Some people like to climb manually, and other people like the older systems. You'll see that we're glowing right now. That glow indicates how visible we are, and so it's a little bit of an ironic pseudo UI, I guess, that we glow. Glowing tells you how well you are hidden in the shadows, and so if I was a rogue, I would stay far away from anything that glows, but in this game, there's a little bit of irony contained inside of it because you glow. The more well-concealed in darkness you are, the more you glow, and so it's a little bit odd. It's a little bit odd. It took me a bit to get used to. And so you see how it went away? That means that we're standing way out in the light right now and anything could see us, but if we go back over here, we're in the shadows and nothing can see us, so... It's a weird way to denote the fact that you can't be seen, but still it works, I guess. Let's see if I can... So on this side, what we want to do is grab onto this, and if you miss this jump right here, it actually is bad for you. So let's go ahead and, unable to defend yourself, you must avoid being detected until you find your... Alright, I'll work on it. Calm down.
I must stay out of sight until I find my dagger.
So if you fall down right here, it basically ends the mission. It's going to be one of those kind of hardcore games where if I had jumped down from the top over there, it would have made like a crunching sound when I hit the ground, and then that guard would wake up, and then you wouldn't be able to get by. We can flip this lever right here. I almost said leather. This is not a leather. This is a lever with several very large cogs as part of its construction. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's just sneak on by this guy. Don't hit the bucket. That'll wake him up too. I've done a bit of trial and error in this game to figure out how all the systems work before I started playing. I don't like to come in totally blind. This is a blind playthrough, but I'd like to at least be sure of the controls before I go any further because nobody wants to see me fiddle around with the options and try and figure out what each button does. Now you can extinguish torches by pressing the E key, and they all come with nifty little hats. Nifty,
Always keep
thrifty
to the
little hats.
shadows and walk where it doesn't make too much noise. Avoid running and farting.
It seems odd that he would bring that up specifically unless he's failed a mission before simply because he just emitted a flatus in a time when it was not pertinent to emit a flatus. Let's go off over here. Flatus is the technical term for a fart. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but a flatus. The flatus escaped from him, leaving an unearthly smell in the air. Alright, so we don't want to go in there, obviously. Got a lot of just random mini barrels over there. Is there a real market for mini barrel crafting? If those are there, that means there's a guy in this world that all he does is just make mini barrels all day. That's his only goal in life. How many mini barrels can I craft? Open the door! The gate is opened. And concealed... Oh my.
The world tree. It seems so close, but it's a mirage. It's so big that it seems to be close. But I still got a long way to go. So, from what I heard, the only access to the heart is a bridge which that two-faced Governor Barron has had closed off with a tamper-proof lock, and he keeps the only key in his apartments. And as if that wasn't bad enough, the whole area is crawling with elves. I'm gonna have to go down into the prisons and free my... friend. He knows how to deal with an elf. So, if I'm gonna survive in this tower, I'm gonna need somewhere safe to get organized, as well as a map of the atrium. Well, I'll get nothing done standing around here. I'll get my dagger, and then it's off to work.
Hi-ho, hi-ho. It's off to stab we go. Okay, and so you see all those things on the back of the elves' heads? Those are actually toilet paper dispensers. There was a major problem in the Kingdom of Elves when one of their kings didn't have toilet paper, and so he mandated that everyone had to wear one of those toilet paper dispensers on the back of their heads, so that nary again would it happen.
Gotta be sneaky here. If I stay under there, I won't be seen.
That seems really unlikely given how peripheral vision works, but you know what? I'm not going to question it too much. So this... Your small size allows you to hide under furniture such as tables or curtains. Okay. Is that guy gonna come out? I'm gonna sneak off over here. I'm gonna try and not bump into any of those jars because I feel like that would leave me horrifically exposed. My next guess is that we're probably supposed to line up right here. But wasn't there a guy right there? Okay, so we gotta sneak past right here. Awesome. Okay, so basic stealth.
Ah, there's my dagger. I was afraid that I lost you, my beauty.
Why would you wedge it into it?
There are maps of the zone stuck up here. They might be useful for finding a way to the tree.
What is that? It's either a piece of bread or an enormous brain mold. But yeah, why would you stick a dagger in? That seems like a great way to ruin a perfectly good table. Unless they have a really good lineup on a carpenter who just makes tables all day for free. I don't know. It just seems odd. Like they have a weapon rack right over here. Oh.
I heard something strange.
Like the sound of someone walking in a place full of people walking?
Let's see. We got maps of the area. I'll need more than that to get what I want.
Did picking up my dagger give me a pauldron? Or was I wearing that already? I think I was wearing that already. Never mind. Let's see. We could look... Oh, we can look through the keyhole? Okay, so it's a lot like Dishonored in that respect. Was there any game that you could look through keyholes before Dishonored? I bet there was. I bet you could do it in Thief. I seem to remember reading a review back in the day in GamePro, which I was a long-time subscriber to GamePro. I used to get GamePro back in like 1999, maybe? I don't know. I used to be a GamePro subscriber for probably a good decade and a half, but I finally gave up. Print journalism's dead. Oh, good at auto picks. I don't have to play a minigame, but that takes a considerable amount of time, and so we are going to have to factor that into our... I mean, we got to factor that into our plan then for the future. If we're going to end up picking locks in rooms where there's patrols, it's good to know that that's going to take a little while. On our left-hand side, it seems like we're okay. Can I go back in there and murder these guys? Like, how do I stabificate? I want to...
It came from there.
It came from over there. Doo-da-doo. I'm just a guard. Don't worry about me, me lord. I'm just guarding this room. Ho, ho, ho. Alright, so let's jump up on the ledge over. Meow. Oh, hell, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, son. Oh, climbing skills go. I wonder if there's like hidden goodies in this game. It seems a little free-roamy, but maybe it's just got big levels like Dishonored where you can complete them however you see fit or however you see unfit. I prefer to keep things high calorie, to be honest. I enjoy good food. Walking on carpets allows you to significantly reduce the noise of your movements and your falls.
Number 1. Always strike from behind. Especially when the fucker is twice your size.
Whoa, language.
Remember to land on the carpet to make less noise.
You don't know this guy. He might be perfectly... How do you know that you should call him that name? He could... I mean, technically, he could have never done that. Maybe we're not being literalist. Let's just say that it's metaphorical and drop down onto the damn carpet. Alright, so dropping on carpets, get rid of the... So we can do a muffle kill, or we can just do, like, a normal kill. I'm gonna go with the muffle kill first. That seems like a more adorable way to kill somebody. I don't know, a muffle kill seems like something an adorable little puffball would do. Ooh.
I can't leave this stiff lying around. That would be messy. Where can I hide it?
Okay, so I can ditch a body around. Oh, I can put him in the cupboard. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, not on the... Hold on, what the hell is he wearing? I've got to look at this. He's got a candle on his head. That seems like a great way to burn your forehead with hot wax, but maybe he's into that sort of thing. Freaky deaky, Mr. Librarian. You can never tell with them librarians. You can never tell. Is there any way that I could jump outside the window? I feel like this game's going to have a lot of secrets and like hidden stuff. Is there anything outside the window? No, it doesn't look like I can climb on anything out there, so we'll just keep on trucking. Or keep on pad-footing around. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. I play my own theme music when I'm sneaking around. I learned it from Crunk. I feel like it's a good idea. Bum 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 bum. Okay, we stole ourselves another vile-tasting vial of healing potion. This seems like one of those rooms where you slip one time and the whole room falls over and breaks, and then the entire castle knows you're here. Glassware.
Holy shit! This one's for me.
Gotta find the best
Ow. Ow! Oh, parry. Okay, never mind. I was clicking the wrong... There we go. Ooh, shivvy, 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 prison style. Okay, that worked out. I was pressing the wrong key. I don't know why. I thought that the one that was darkened So on the little icon, one button was lit up and one was darkened, and I thought that the darkened one was the one that I was supposed to be pushing. What do I do with this guy, by the way? BT dubs, we've got a dead body, and we should do so. Oh, he closed the door behind me. That explains the healing potion, too, though. Nah, well. Let's see if we can set him up somewhere, like, humorously. That works out. Kind of an awkward sitting position. I'm sure he's going to have an arm cramp later, but given the amount of stabs to the face we gave him, I think arm cramps are probably the least of his worries right now. Lights out. Towards the distillery. What do we need a distillery for? We're going to get super, like, hammered before we go on this adventure? Nothing spruces up a stealth adventure like doing it intoxicated. Let's go ahead and look through the lock and make sure we're not in any patrol zone. It looks like the room extends to the right. So if we do end up getting hit, we're going to want to keep an eye to the right. It's kind of like when you turn into traffic in the United States. I always see people that look to the right before they turn, but you get hit from the left. If you, like the nearest lane to you, you get hit from the left, and so you should always check left first, right? I don't know, that always bothers me when I see people checking right first before they make a turn.
Let's keep going.
As though we have any choice. They closed a door behind us. I don't know if you're paying attention, Styx, but just throwing it out there. They closed a door behind us. I don't think we have any choice.
Sand? A little spit? That could put that torch out from here.
Like which torch? The one way over there? Okay, so we picked up a ball of sand. Oh, yeah. Okay. What? That was super legit. Styx is a gangster. Uses sand as a weapon. If I get to throw sand in people's eyes too, it will increase my enjoyment of the game. I spammed that like crazy. What game did I play where you could throw sand in people's eyes? Oh, it was Risen 2. And that's all that I did. I just ran around spamming sand in people's eyes all day. It was hilarious. I don't know if that makes me sadistic, but it was funny. Right, so it says we're in the darkness right now, so it says we can hide inside of there. I don't think we're supposed to fight these guys. So I'm just going to try and get underneath the table, I guess. And so as long as we're underneath the table, it appears as though we are effectively invisible for the duration of our stay. I feel safe right here. You know when you were a little kid, you would get underneath tables and you would make blanket forts and you just felt safe inside? That's how I feel right now. I feel very, very safe. I don't know. Something about hiding under a table that makes a man feel safe. I'm not sure if that's a normal hallmark of manhood, hiding under tables, but you know what? It makes me feel safer. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'd like to hide under some tables. Alright. From here, let's memorize that guy's patrol, although I don't think we actually need to. Oh, actually. It looks like we may be able to get this guy from over here. Maybe? We'll have to take him quick. If we're gonna take him, we're gonna have to take him really, really quick. Because that other guard is wandering around. This is not a kill that I feel good about. As though you could feel good about any killing, to be honest. But, I mean, tactically, I'm not feeling good about this one. Not feeling good about this one, especially since I have no view of anybody else. And so I guess we'll... Oh, hell. That didn't work. Alright. Oh, and there's one down. Ow! Ah! So apparently our enemies are masters of throwing knives. And so this is what happens when I play stealth games. I just never know the order to kill people in. Like, I have no idea what order to kill people in, like, ever. And so we have the body right there. Alright, so we're back over here. We're gonna give this another go. I've got this. I've got this. Stealth game, stealth game, stealth game. I know that's always my biggest problem is I never know what order to kill people in, and stealth games almost always seem to rely incredibly heavily on kill orders. It's just something I've noticed about stealth games is there's always like a particular order you have to kill people in. It's never freeform.
That could put that torch out from here.
Alright, so we got the sand. Throw it at the torch. There we go. Throw it at that one, and then we'll refill. Blammo. I don't know if there's going to be a way to evade these guys either as we go through. That's the other thing that I'm a little bit interested in. I think maybe we're supposed to take him first. I don't know. The guy over there definitely doesn't seem like, unless there's another table or something. Oh, I can get under a table, so maybe I can take him first. I just have to avoid jumping around too much. You can also get up into the rafters from what I can tell. I need to get better at reconnaissance too. Alright, I'm going to increase my skills. That's the point of this playthrough. I'm going to increase my skills. I'm going to put this back on health potion too, so that I can get health if I need it, because I was spamming on my health potion button, but all I had was sand. This guy over here. Under the table. Under the table right now. Go under the table. Okay, so we're under the table. You get stuck before you go to the table. It makes me scared. It makes me nervous that things are not going to work. This guy right here. I'm going to give him the old chokey in just a second. The chokey, smoky. Neck is brokey. Ooh. Do the hokey pokey. If you could do the hokey pokey while choking somebody out, hey, more power to you. Kudos. Well, wait. I don't know that this is going to be an attainable goal right now. Depends on the timing, actually. I may not have to kill anybody. That's the thing, is I may be looking for a kill right now when I don't even need one. Yeah. I'm thinking this entire room is just a death trap, so let's just be on our way.
Shit, more guards. If I stay hidden behind this barrel, it should be fine.
Okay, so we can take cover just like we're playing a TPS or anything else. Oh, hey now. Somebody's been imbibing. Dear God. Oh, and I guess this is how you get in between the guard shifts, maybe? That guy's a very saggy neck. He's got like a turkey neck thing going on. I think it's probably time to get the hell out of here. Alright, so are they gone for good? Let's wait a second and see. I'd prefer to hold for a minute, and then we'll figure out if they're coming back. If they're not coming back, it appears as though we should have probably gone for the rafters approach. But I wasn't seeing an opening with those guards to take out anybody. I think I may have been able to get one of them on the ledge, but it would have been really close, and I'd rather just not risk it. I'd rather just stay safe. He's not going to come back around here, is he? I think they're just hanging tight. I don't know. It's telling me to take cover over here, but I don't know if that's a good idea. It's trying to tell me something right now, I think. So can I sneak underneath the ledge right here? How do you miss that? How did... What? What kind of daydream are you having? That must be the greatest daydream ever. Oh man, stealth games. They always do that kind of stuff too. It's always like, what's in this box? And then they just kind of ignore it. And you're like, okay. Let's get a feel for where everybody's going in this room. Okay, so we can pass the corners too. I hope he doesn't come over here. That would be bad for us. He's got like a paladin thing going on. He's probably got some crazy like holy bubble or something that he can murder us with. Christ. Okay, so we probably got to pass on this side maybe? I don't know. It's kind of bright in this room. I need to figure out a way to get... Is there any illumination objects that I can get rid of, like a torch or anything? No, it's just that big sconce in the middle of the room. Okay. That big... I don't even know what to call that thing. Decanter, I guess. I don't feel like we're in the dark enough to sneak past him. I don't know, maybe we are. Hell. Let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. Okay, it looks like he got a tiny view of us, but he didn't get us totally, so that's fine. That works out to our advantage as long as we don't have to do anything too risky. Alright, and so I think that uses up our time for this episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the first episode of Styx. We've already died. We have already died one time, but we learned a valuable lesson in doing it. The thing I find about stealth games is it's always about learning the stealth system for that game. There's always little oh, I don't know. There's always little mechanics to it. For example, if you learn how to stealth in Dishonored, it's completely different from the stealth system you would find in Thief, and it's completely different from the stealth system you would find in Metal Gear Solid. And as you get better at one, you get worse at the other, so you got to figure out how the stealth system works in this game and what you can get away with essentially without getting killed. And the beginning part of the game is probably largely going to be due to the fact that I just don't know how things work. And so as we figure them out, I'm sure it'll all work out in the end. I do like how there's no actual fighting system. Like, we can't combo. We basically just have to parry and kill somebody once they've seen us. There's no way for us to just throw down dukes and fight our way through a level. So that'll be interesting because that pretty much precludes me from using my normal strategy of brute forcing everything. I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care, everybody, and hi-do.